Hello.
Bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum. A duck walked up to a corner store and he said to the woman running the store, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" The woman said, "No, it's a corner store. I mean, grapes aren't really what we're known for. We've got some grape drinks." The duck said, "They kinda stink." Then he waddled away, waddle waddle, till the
Okay, we got another duck thing coming up. This is not about my ducks, but this is dedicated to a friend of mine named Linda, and she will know who that is. Because when she came up to see the ducks, first thing she says is, "Have you ever read, you have a duck named Ping, P-I-N-G?" I said, "No, why?" She said, "Have you never read the story of Ping?" I said, "No." So, next time she was out here, guess what she had with her? The story about Ping. So once the weather gets nice and I'll have a few more little baby ducks, next little baby duck that I have is going to be named Ping. And she wrote a little note in it to me. It said, "To Susan, whenever you read this book, remember the crazy times when this city girl," talking about her because she's from the big city of Columbus, Indiana, "when this city girl helped to wrangle your stubborn ducks and guineas. Now you know why I always called the last one Ping." She would always, the last duck to come in at night, she'd call him Ping. And I finally said one day, "Why are you calling that duck Ping?" So I'm going to read you the story of Ping. This is for kids of all ages. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young duck named Ping. And Ping lived with his mother and his father and his two sisters and his three brothers and his 11 aunts and his 7 uncles and his 42 cousins. And their home was a boat with 2 wise eyes on the Yangtze River. So you picture there's into the boat's eyes. Each morning as the sun rose from the east, Ping and his mother and his father and his sisters and his brothers and his aunts and his uncles and his 42 cousins all marched one by one down a little bridge to the shores of the Yangtze River. Ping is a little yellow right here. All day they would hunt for snails and little fishes and other pleasant things to eat. But in the evening, as the sun set in the west, "La la 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 lee," would call the master of the boat. And quickly Ping and all his family would come scurrying. And quickly they would march one by one up the little bridge and onto the wise-eyed boat, which was their home on the Yangtze River. Ping was always very, very careful not to be last, because the last duck to cross the bridge always got a spank on the back. There's the boat owner with his little spanker. Ping's second to last today. But one afternoon, as the shadows grew long, Ping did not hear the call, because at that moment, this looks like my ducks, Ping was wrong side up trying to catch a little fish. My ducks do this in the pond. I call it duck butts. There's Ping. So he didn't hear the little sound that says, "Come on." Some of you can guess what's going to happen. By the time Ping was right side up, his mother and father and his aunts and uncles were already marching one by one up over the bridge. By the time Ping neared the shore, his uncles and cousins were marching over. And by the time Ping reached the shore, of the last of his 42 cousins had crossed the bridge. Ping knew that he would be the last. There he is, trying to get to the bridge. He knew he would be the last, the very last duck if he crossed the bridge. And Ping did not want to be spanked. So he hid. Ping hid behind the grasses. And as dark came and the pale moon shone in the sky, Ping watched the wise-eyed boat slowly sail away down the Yangtze River. All night, All night Ping slept near the grasses on the bank of the river with his head tucked under his wing. And when the sun rose up from the east, Ping found that he was all alone on the Yangtze River. There was no father or mother. There were no sisters or brothers, no aunts or uncles, or no 42 cousins to go fishing with. So Ping started out to find them, swimming down the yellow waters of the Yangtze River. Hang on, he's trying to find a boat, but is that the right boat? Remember, his boat had two eyes. I don't know, and there's another boat back there. Ping's trying to find them. As the sun rose higher in the sky, the boats came, big boats and little boats, fishing boats and beggar boats, houseboats and raft boats. And all these boats had eyes to see with, but nowhere could Ping see the wise-eyed boat that was his home. All the boats there, and Ping cannot find his home. Then came a boat full of strange fishing birds. Ping saw them diving for fish for their master. As each bird brought a fish to his master, he would give them a little piece of fish for pay. Here's the boat. Okay, the birds get the food, they bring it to the master, and he gives them a little piece of food. Closer and closer swooped the fishing birds near Ping. Now Ping could see shining rings around their necks, rings of metal made so tight that the birds could not swallow the big fish they were catching. How sad. Let's get a close-up here. Okay, right here, see the metal? The fisherman's got it fixed so they can't eat the fish. They have to bring it back to him, and he gives them a little. Here's another one here. Look right here. See the ring around his neck? And Ping's looking at all that. Closer and closer swooped the birds near Ping. Now Ping could see that... Oh, I just read that to you, didn't I? Sorry about that. Swoop, splash, splash. The ringed birds were dashing here and there, all about Ping. So he ducked, and he swam under the yellow water of the Yangtze River. One thing is, he's a pretty smart duck, isn't he? When Ping came up to the top of the water, far away from the fishing birds, he found little crumbs floating, tender little rice cake crumbs, which made a path to a houseboat. As Ping ate these crumbs, he came nearer and nearer the houseboat. Then, what's going to happen, kids? And all kids of all ages. Splash! There in the water was a boy, a little boy with a barrel on his back, which was tied to a rope from the boat, just as all boat boys on the Yangtze River are tied to their boats. And in the boy's hand was a rice cake. "Whoa!" cried the little boy, and up dashed Ping and snatched at the rice cake. Quickly, the boy grabbed Ping and he held him tight. "Quack, quack, quack, quack!" cried Ping. "Oh, ooh!" yelled the little boy. See him with the rice cake in his mouth? God, I love little Ping. Ping and the boy made such a splashing and such a noise that the boy's father came running, and the boy's mother came running, and the boy's sister and brother came running, and they all looked over the edge of the boat at Ping and the boy splashing in the waters of the Yangtze River. And there's Ping back there splashing. Then the boy's father and mother pulled at the rope, which was tied to the barrel on the little boy's back. And look what he's got in his hand. They pulled, and up came Ping and the boy to the houseboat. And there you see Ping coming up. Ah, a duck dinner has come to us, said the boy's father. I will cook him at sunset tonight, said the boy's mother. No, no, my nice duck is too beautiful to eat, cried the boy. And then on the other page was Ping and his duck. But down came a basket over Ping, and he could see no more of the boy, or the boat, or the sky, or the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. All day long, Ping could only see thin lines of sun, which shone through the cracks in the basket, and Ping was very sad. After a long while, Ping heard the sounds of oars and felt the jerk, jerk, jerk of the boat as it was rowed down the Yangtze River. Soon lines of sunshine, which came through the cracks of the basket, turned rose color, and Ping knew the sun was setting in the west, and he heard footsteps coming towards him. Remember what Mama was going to do when the sun sets. The basket was quickly lifted, and the little boy's hands were holding Ping. What do you think's going to happen? Quickly, quietly, the boy dropped Ping over the side of the boat. And Ping slipped into the water. The beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. And then Ping heard this call. La 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 lee. La 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 lee. Ping looked, and there on the bank of the river was the wide-eyed boat, which was Ping's home. And Ping saw his mother and his father and his aunts all marching one by one up over the little bridge. Swiftly, Ping turned and swam, paddling towards the shore. Now he could see his uncles marching one by one. Look at them. Paddle, paddle. Ping hurried toward the shore. Ping saw his cousins marching one by one. Paddle, paddle. Ping neared the shore. But as Ping reached the shore, the last of Ping's 42 cousins marched over the bridge. And Ping knew that he was late again. What do you think he's going to do? But up marched Ping over the little bridge. And spank came the spank on Ping's back. Then at last, Ping was back with his mother and his father and his 2 sisters and his 3 brothers and his 11 aunts and his 7 uncles, 42 cousins, home again on the wise-eyed boat on the Yangtze River. Not seeing it. Thank you, Linda. The next little duck baby will be named Ping.
Very next day, bum 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 ba-dum, when the duck walked up to the corner store, and he said to the woman running the store, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" The woman said, "Oh, it's you again, duck. I already told you."